Very good afternoon, my friends. How are you? Hope you guys are doing very well, and welcome to this new live trading video from Extreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So in this video, I'm going to use the 20 pips a day strategy. But before that, it's really important to explain the reason why this strategy is or could be one of the best strategy, if not the best strategy you can ever use when you are scalping in Forex. The first reason, it limits your daily trades positions. Now the name says 20 pips a day, so we don't aim more than that. And that is actually leading us to the part number two. It controls your potential losses if they have occurred. Now how is that? Simply says 20 pips a day. It didn't say 20 pips profit a day. It didn't say 20 pips loss a day. It's just 20 pips, meaning you are aiming 20 pips as a profit or as a loss. So if you have lost a trade, please make it only 20 pips and no more. If you lost one trade, if you want to resume trading, it's up to you, but I advise you to stop trading and just continue in the next day or the next time you find the best potential setup you can trust and enter to recover your losses plus with a decent profit. So the idea here is if you can make a 20 pips every day, so 20 multiply 5 days equal 100 pips per week. Now, of course, I know that is not realistic because there will be some days where you will lose or some days you will enter 2 trades or 3 trades. However, that is the minimum of the strategy. 20 multiply 5 equal 100. Let's say you lost one trade or 2 trades. That will leave you with 60 pips per week with a loss of 40, meaning you are still somehow ended in profit. Now, that leads us to reduce the risk of losing a lot of pips and money, because when you are limiting your trades to 20 pips per day or per trade only, let's see, if you open many trades, for example 5 or 6 trades per day, then you are not use the strategy at all. There is just no use for you to keep using the strategy. It's useless to keep using it because you are missing the whole point. The whole point is we just want 20 pips only per day. So when you are using the strategy and you are limiting yourself to the 20 pips only, you are limiting your losses actually to the 20 pips as maximum as well. So your losses will be reduced, and no matter how much money you have in your account, you will just lose 20 pips only, and with the proper money management you will still gain some profits, and if the losses happen it will be reduced. Last part is you will have to spend much less time analyzing the charts, less time trading, and of course more time for yourself and your family. That is what we want. We don't want Forex to control our life. We don't want Forex to keep us away or far from our children or our activities or our social media, social activities. We have to always be active. We have to spend less time trading because Forex is not about sticking yourself to the chair and just analyzing the whole day. That is not what day trading is. If you want to be a day trader, I really highly advise you to use this strategy and just keep yourself or just keep improving yourself in it, because it is, believe me, one of the best strategies ever there. Yeah, you can use it. So let's go now to the live trading, and as I said before, we are going to use the 20 pips a day strategy. Uh, it's important to mention that when using this strategy, personally I prefer to use the pound pairs because the smallest reversal from the pound can actually make me achieve my goal. There is one setup here that I have actually missed entering while making the previous introduction. We can see here I place this line here waiting for the pound CAD to reach this level of the support, and then I'm going to trade the bouncing because this resistance is going to be now a new support level. That is exactly what happened, and you can see now the bouncing is happening, and the candle has bounced just after hitting this level, and we are, yeah, 17 pips late. So now we need to find something else. Remember, now I'm on the 1 hour chart. I will move now to the 30-minute time frame, and hopefully I can find something now after going deeper in the chart. So checking now the market, I really cannot find something. Now, of course, I explained before the reason why I'm skipping so many setups, I really don't want to go through this again, but for example, this setup here, for example, AUDGPY, I'm ignoring it because I don't find anything clear to enter as my 20 pips a day only one trade. Meaning, we can see here that we had this long wick here, which happened because of the GPY news, I think, today morning. And we can see here the market is slowly approaching this level. Now the question is, where should you place your trade? Actually, you should place it right here, and you can see the reversal happened indeed right here. However, this is still not very good level, and the market seems to be still going up, and I believe we have to wait for it to reach the top of this wick here, and then we can start shorting, or we can just, you know, enter sell order for scalping. So I'm just really waiting for a better setup where I can find the market giving me a very clear setup, and I don't need to actually think a lot about it. That is what the whole point of the strategy. Find that one setup that you don't really need to think about a lot about it, such as this one. Now, why did I enter this one? Well, very clear and very simple. On the 30-minute time frame, we can see that here and right here and here we have a resistance attempts. So these resistance attempts right after this bearish breakout candle, because here we had a bullish breakout candle followed by this bearish breakout candle, I think this is creating a fake breakout. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Indeed, as I said, it's creating a fake breakout. That doesn't mean this resistance is worthless. We can still trade when this resistance keep its position as a resistance again. So for me, this is, guys, what? Is it a resistance number 1 or a resistance number 2? That's really confusing question. Okay, just to make it shorter for you, it is number 1. That is a resistance number 1, because a fake breakout or not breakout, it is still a breakout, and this resistance attempt is a first. You can go to the 5-minute time frame. I believe we can see it more clear. I think this is the one, right? Or not? There is, you see, the market here was in terrible shape, and however, I placed my sell order here. So let me just go back to the 30-minute time frame, and let's see where should I place my take profit. Now, as I mentioned, the take profit should be 20 pips only, because again, it's 20 pips a day strategy. Let's see, like that. Now, let's see something here. I set my take profit to be 15 pips only instead of 20. What is the reason for that? It is 20 pips a day, right? It should be 20 pips. Well, okay, you're right, but the problem is I cannot go against the rules of the market just to apply my strategy. Well, as you know, my strategy says that the reversal, if it happens, this bounce, the bouncing we are seeking, this bounce I'm waiting for, is going to go all the way until it hit the nearest support or resistance, and then the candle actually might bounce and go up. I really cannot be sure what will gonna happen. Maybe it will fall down, maybe it will go up. We are really not sure, since we are trading on a small time frame such as 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now, if I set my take profit to be, for example, 20 pips, just like that, for example, like that, I'm actually risking to lose the trade. Why? Because the market might actually go down, reverse, and give me good profit, and then hitting this, and then it will hit this previous resistance right here, and then from that point it will continue to go more up to fly to this resistance. So what will I gain with that? Absolutely nothing. It's just being nonsense, and therefore I'm going to be more safe, and I will set it to be I think 17 pips. Yeah, 17 pips of profit should give me about, wow, that's very nice, about $80 of profit will be fantastic. Let's go back to the pound. I'm really still insist I want to trade the pound today. However, we missed the pound CAD. It was really a good one. Let's see, pound USD. You can see the pound USD and the pound JPY is almost the same. You cannot tell the difference. All right, let me now pause this video and I'll be back to you once I find another trade. Let me show you something here about the pound CHF. Those who follow me, of course, they know that the right way to draw your line, your support or resistance line, is like that, in a way touching all the wicks at the attempt of the support or resistance. So now we have here a support number 1, and I see the market here is creating a support number 2. Now the thing is, I might be a little bit late. Let me go to the 5-minute time frame, and I can see that I'm still fine. I will place the trade right now and I will explain to you now the reason. Now, let's check it out. So what happened here is we have the price action indicating that this level has been rejected on the support and the market is bouncing, right? Okay, so what happened next? After creating these two candles, what's happening, if you want to go more deep in it, we have here a support level, and this support will also keep its position as a support. How crazy is that? Now really, reading the candles can give you the opportunity to be able to enter so many trades and not miss the good ones, such as what you are seeing right now. Again, we had here, let me use this line here, we had here this support level. Remember, these candles are kind of squeezed because the market is going crazy for the pound. I mean, this candle itself is about 18 pips. Let's go to the 1-minute time frame so we can see it even more clear. Now, if this is 1-minute time frame, guys, okay? So we see here the support level, and this support after this bullish breakout candle is going to keep its position as a support. That's really important. So now go back to the 30-minute time frame, and we can see that my trade, even though it seems to be a late one because I am almost 10 pips late from entering this trade, still I have a good entry and the market seems to be reversing, and I'm going to set my take profit to be at the top of this wick here with almost 17 pips right here, because this is a resistance as well. So this wick here, if you see it is small, but it's actually a previous resistance. We can see on the left that here we had a resistance as well, and right here and right here. So that is a resistance level. So very good. Now the trades are going in profit, both of them. Let's try to find something else. I think the pound JPY also, can we apply the same or not? Not yet. All right, go back to the 1-hour chart, pound NZD. I'm really focusing on the pound because it can be a gold mine in these days. Trading the pound can give really a lot of profits. All right, let's see. You know, I don't think I will enter more than 2 trades at once. So therefore, let me just go back here. Let me now pause this video and I will show you what will gonna happen with these trades after finishing playing Dota with these guys here. I need to actually close Steam. Now it's the time for the boys to play, so they will annoy me. Okay, so let me just now pause this video and I'll be back to you once I finish with these 2 trades. Let's look at that. The AUD CAD is approaching a very clear resistance number 2, because here we have resistance number 1, which was also in the past a previous support right here and here and here, which was also a resistance. Meaning this is a good setup, but actually I forgot to check how many pips we can get from that reversal. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. Look at that. That's why I really love to trade the pound. We need to wait for a big reversal in order to get the 20 pips we are seeking. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. It doesn't really seem that promising. I mean, that is a good example for these kind of setups that I'm not telling you to avoid it. I'm just telling you how to pick your best setup possible. This one actually is not the best setup at all. Seeing the 1-hour chart, I can tell it's actually might continue to go to bounce a little bit more up until it hit this previous support level, which was also a resistance right here. and it was also a support here. So it is not really a good setup, and better let's just skip it and find something else. Okay, we need to pause this video again until I find another setup. And we can see the candle is approaching the take profit level, and we are in total of almost $70 of profit. That's very good. And allow me to close the trade right now with almost 14 pips instead of 17, I think. And yeah, it's approaching it. That's very good. I think it will, yeah, it hit the take profit. We got this trade, very nice profit actually. It was good one. And let's now check the other one. Still struggling, not struggling, I mean it's going directly in the target. Now allow me again to pause this video, and I'll be back to you once I find the last trade. My friends, please allow me to close the trade of the euro pound, because I cannot ignore that we have here a resistance. It is the nearest one to the trigger area or to my entry, and we can see it is 8 pips of profit, which is fine. I mean, that is the whole point. We don't want to force the market to give us the 20 pips we want. We are just applying the strategy of the 20 pips a day, and we can earn even if less than 20 pips, no problem. And by the way, you can even more if you want, if the setup is allowing you and if it's giving you space to earn more. For example, this is the pound CHF trade we have entered. It gave us about 17 pips, but it actually went more to 24 pips of profit, hopefully. Okay, so let's now try to find something else. Hopefully I can find another trade, because I don't want to close the video with just 2 trades actually. Allow me now to pause this video, and I'll be back to you once I find something else. If you remember, this is the AUD CAD setup I told you about earlier, when I said that we have here a potential of a resistance number 2, and I told you that it is not ideal to enter this trade, because most likely what will gonna happen is the market will go up and reverse this resistance, which was a previous support. Actually, that is exactly what happened. I just left the line here, and we can see the reversal happening right on it, and the candle now is reversing. However, we have to close this video right now, because I have checked the market. There is no valid setups. It will take maybe a few hours before we find another valid setup. 2 trades only. It's alright for one video, less than 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this trading session, and I really want you guys to use this strategy. Get used to use it more. Please try to use it only accepting 1 or 2 trades per day only, and please send me the feedback of your experience using this strategy. In the end, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.